So what do this guy and this guy have in common? Well, something you might recognize. Let's go, Christar. Hello friends, it's Dan from Slashdance. New album out, new music video out. If you like goth and industrial rock, this album was made just for you. Or, if you just like weird topics like the one that we're about to get into today, maybe consider subscribing, and we can do it again in the future. Now, maybe you already know about this, but I'm always kind of surprised how many Danzig fans that I run into who just aren't aware where the logo came from, so this story's for them. I'm sure pretty much everybody knows that Glenn Danzig is super into horror movies. The Misfits logo is borrowed from the 1946 movie, The Crimson Ghost, and almost every Misfits song is based on some horror movie, but he was also a bit ahead of the curve being a fan of anime and comic books in the 70s and 80s. And if you don't believe me, take a look at his 1986 anime toy collection. It's awesome. Now, even with the picture being this blurry, I can still easily make out Astro Boy, Mazinger, Voltron, Dirty Pair, and Devilman, who he told Thrasher magazine was his absolute favorite, and I believe him because apparently he has a logo tattooed on his lower back, which I desperately hope is real. If somebody shows up in the comments with proof that this is fake somehow, it is going to absolutely break my heart. But here's something that I can absolutely guarantee is real. Fighting evil by moonlight, it is the best photo ever taken. All this anime talk is going somewhere. Much like he borrowed the Crimson Ghost, anime fans will recognize his skull and crossbones shirt he wore during the Misfits era as belonging to space pirate Captain Harlock. Debatably, maybe some badass 70s hair choices as well.
What are you reading, Glenn? Glenn?
Comics.
What kind of comics?
Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Yeah.
One of your favorites?
Yeah. Wolverine.
Kinda
Like
got
this guy's got the skeletons made out of unbreakable steel. Got these happening.
Yep.
Sideburns. But Wolverine. Real violent.
Is that what you like about it?
Yep. It's real heavy.
So between the Crimson Ghost, Captain Harlock, and Wolverine's sideburns, I don't think it's too surprising to hear that the Danzig Skull came from a comic book. What is surprising is which comic book, and that's where this guy comes in. Meet Christar, the Crystal Warrior. Christar was created in 1982 by Marvel Comics with the express intent to license the property to a toy company. It was not terribly successful, and the series only ran for a total of 11 issues, leaving virtually no legacy behind whatsoever. Or that would have been the case, except...
Welcome to my book collection.
Well, apparently, one of the items in his collection was Christar number 8, because look what's right here on the cover. As best as I could tell, Glenn has never publicly acknowledged the origins of the Danzig Skull, and information about this gets a little bit sketchy. One thing that's absolutely for sure is that the art is by Michael Golden, who was famous for working for DC and Marvel, best known for his work on the Micronauts and being one of the co-creators of Rogue. Poking around online, the legend gets a little bit hazy. There's people who swear that Glenn commissioned Michael Golden to complete the logo. There's people who say they've talked to Glenn, and Glenn said that he completed the logo himself. And there's people who've talked to Michael Golden who said that he wonders why Marvel has never gone after Danzig for compensation on his work. I do not have any concrete answers on this. In case you're wondering, the logo never pops up again inside the comic, it's only on the cover. With Christar more or less now being forgotten, I guess maybe it's just one of these things where Glenn hadn't seen the skull and decided, hey, that would make a really cool logo. This art might have just faded into obscurity as well. On the other hand, we should totally acknowledge the artist Michael Golden, whose artwork has gone uncompensated on t-shirts and as a backdrop in rock arenas for decades. So, if you happen to run into Glenn Danzig, well, he probably doesn't want you to bother him. But if you can't help yourself, maybe think about asking him about Christar number 8 and his thoughts on the logo, and report back. So did you guys already know about this, or is this news to you? Let me know in the comments below. Did this blow your mind? If it did, maybe send it to the Danzig fan in your life and you can be the one to blow their mind. Or if you just found this video fun, maybe consider subscribing, because we're going to be here every week, and it sure would be cool if you were too. Regardless, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch. I love y'all, and I'll talk to you next week.